The Beltway is where we last saw Keith Garvin, so that's a trouble spot. And Frank, the rain is just getting heavier in some spots.
You know, it's going to continue, too. It's not going to let up anytime soon. This is a click-to pin out of Galveston. That's not a lake. That's the driveway. The street in front of the drive there, so and there on the west end, so it's happening there too. All right, so flash flood warnings until 11:30. This one from Bolivar, northern Galveston County, continues toward the Katy area. Flash flood warning until 1 a.m. down there in Wharton County because you've already had such heavy rains, and you're going to see even more. There's a look without all the warning boxes there, so you can get an idea of how relentless all of this was, especially in the dark reds. And I'm seeing some of that, at least for our area, begin to move to the north. I was talking about this maybe shifting a little north, and if that happens, then it looks like it will continue to glide to the north of where we've already had this heavier rain. So that hopefully will happen, so that will at least help and give you some chance to drain. So there's without the radar, the warnings until 1 and until 11:30. So we're going to have to just wait until this really rides it out. 11:30 seems like a pretty good solid time for that first one to finally begin to get out of here. But you can see these rainfall amounts, and we're easily with these dark reds to 7 inches of rain, 6 and 7 inches of rain right there along the Harris County line with Fort Bend County and Brazoria, and then down to the south here in Brazoria County. Also, they're going right into Wharton, anywhere from 5 to 7 inches of rain there. So this has continued to be a problem. Keegan's Bayou and at Rourke, as well as Keegan Road, under a flood warning until further notice. Willow Waterhole in Lansdowne, also a warning until further notice, in Clear Creek and League City. So all of those places are under the gun there. The 1 to 3 inches of rain in this area here for the flash flood warning until 1 has fallen with 1 to 2 inches more expected. So you're going to start totaling up to 5, maybe even 6 inches in that spot there. And there's what has become a much more solid line trying to move into the northern part of Bolivar. And that's all I'm looking at. You see the southern part was getting it earlier, and now it's the northern part. So it gives me an idea that this whole line has at least shifted a little bit as it has continued to move on through. Beyond that, we're just going to have to wait until this system gets out of here on Wednesday, because it's going to have the power to obviously, and we've seen this, Imelda last year wasn't even a tropical storm until it came on land. And then it was upgraded to a 40-mile-an-hour tropical storm, and then it dropped 40 inches of rain in between Winnie and Beaumont, right in that area there. So these can be pretty deceiving sometimes, and we've had to deal with them a lot. And it looks like we're going to have to continue that right on through tomorrow. So as we look at all of this as a whole, I don't see that it's just suddenly going to go away. Now, the placement will be interesting. I know when you see that, you say, well, of course there's a flash flood watch. But the point is, it's through Tuesday evening. So that has not dropped just because we're getting so much now by any means. And these amounts we could see again tomorrow, and even more so. I mean, we've forecasted 5 to 7 basically from I-10 south if you were watching, and 10 to 15 isolated. It looks like that's what's going to happen certainly tonight. The problem with Galveston is a 2 to 4 foot storm surge, and that high tide tonight is right about midnight. I know there are crazy tides. They're all different times around the bay. But generally, it's tonight to about midnight. So you get that higher tide and storm surge trying to come in, and then the rains that do fall, you just can't get rid of those. Right now, Galveston's at 82, east-southeast winds at 16. Here in southwest Houston, you can see the cars are slow because of the heavy rain out there. 75 degrees, northeast winds there at 16. So everybody's pretty much in the low 70s. We have a few upper 70s down toward Pearland and Angleton. Galveston still at 82. Everyone's getting that north wind because of beta down to the south of us. Some wind gusts to 23, 28. All along we said this is not a windstorm, and it really isn't. As we track it, 45-mile-an-hour winds gusting to 60. I mentioned earlier it's only moving northwest at 3 miles an hour, and it's 5 miles from Port O'Connor. So I guess between now and midnight it would make an official landfall. I just don't know how long it's going to stay on land. The National Hurricane Center really pulls it to the right very quickly, and then back across Galveston Island, and then on into Louisiana and in Mississippi by Thursday. My concern is that through the day tomorrow, it remains a 40-mile-an-hour tropical storm, so it still has good circulation with it. You look at the spaghetti models, they're anywhere from north of Houston to right out into the Gulf. That pink one's kind of interesting. That's the UK, the United Kingdom, wants to pull it along here. The best one that the Hurricane Center goes with is that TVCN. That's the consensus model. That's pretty much exactly what their track says. It comes inland just a little bit past Matagorda Bay, and then it starts to move right across the coastal counties, across Galveston Bay and Beaumont, and then continues on into Louisiana through Wednesday into Thursday. The RPM Futurecast, I showed you the HRRR at the top of the show. The RPM isn't significantly different, and you can see it pulls in feeder bands just like we are seeing as this continues to scoot along. This is tomorrow morning at 7:45, continues to pull on through as we get into Tuesday at 6:30, and then we're not really going to get done with it until that's Wednesday at 5:15 in the morning. Finally, when we get to Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening, this begins to pull on out of here. But until then, we're going to have to deal with that. The reason is this high pressure. That's what's been pushing it slowly along. And now that high has collapsed. It just has no steering currents at all. So that storm is just sitting there. Feasibly, it could just really never even make a landfall. I mean, it might end up in Matagorda Bay and just sit there for the day tomorrow before it starts to move across. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. The bottom line for us is, until it gets picked up by the jet stream on Wednesday, it's going to be ours, I'm afraid. So that's what we're going to have to face. Power planner, a lot of rain out there, as you know, 70% for tomorrow from 6 a.m. all the way through. Not everybody's getting rain. Some people out there that are watching us right now haven't had a drop, especially if you're out to the west or up to the north. But I'd look for chances of rain pretty good, really for everybody tomorrow as that storm continues to move up the coast. It's going to pull that much moisture back on land. Wednesday's 50% primarily for the morning and early afternoon. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we get a dry out with a 20% chance on Sunday with this first front. That's not going to be the real cold front, but the cold front comes through the following Tuesday. We're in the 80s, 80 degrees, 64 to 66 for lows. So at least we have that to look forward to. We got to get through, obviously, the next 24 to 36 hours before any of that gets here. Chris?
No doubt. Thank you, Frank.